you're talking about the party and just it just sounds amazing. I know that a lot of my listeners would identify themselves as like vanilla people, but
Mhm.
are very like open-minded and very curious. For you as a professional, how can vanilla people try different BDSM practices at home?
Oh, okay. Well, so many. I mean, one, you can do, you can start the conversation by having classes. Again, like I do online classes, as
Mm-hmm.
well as in person. So I'm sure people are tuning in from all over. Other things to do are read erotica or BDSM books or watch different movies. And I can't even like recommend my favorites, but Wikipedia actually has a really good list.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna watch 50 Shades of Grey, just watch 50 Shades Darker because that was the only one that was actually really good. But I think that, and even just porn, like I love kink.com or reading erotica, like lit erotica online. Those are all really, I think, good starts to,
Mm-hmm.
see what you're interested in doing.
If they were like, oh, we've seen 50 Shades of Grey and we want to start some of these like spanking or um you would call it impact play, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And maybe some of these power play, like verbal power play. How do you think one can start like safely if
Hmm.
they're not, you know, if they don't know anything about BDSM?
Yeah, I really encourage like taking a class. I also have a free little worksheet that's called the kink negotiation worksheet, and it does a really good job of thoroughly but also very concisely kind of developing your scene in terms of asking questions like what kinds of play do you want to do, if it's impact play, like how heavy do you want that to be and stuff like that. I always recommend, you have to negotiate your scene first. So the scene is something that, we have our own vocabulary in the BDSM world, to make sure that what the scene is, whatever that BDSM action is. So you want to discuss what your scene is going to be like and what your limits are, boundaries. You want to make sure that you're getting enthusiastic consent for everything. I always recommend playing with a safe word. A safe word is something that can be used to call an end to the action. Or, you can also play with like a traffic light system, green, yellow, red, meaning the same thing as it does in the real world of traffic lights. I think those are good starts. More specific
Yeah.
people who tune in, I can always answer their questions about that. So
Yeah, I'm interested in your classes. Are there classes also for heterosexual couples and heterosexual men?
oh yeah, the classes are open to everyone. Yeah, just the parties that I have are specific to certain people, but the classes are always open to everybody. And we also do another event a couple times a year called S&M Social, and that is also open to everyone. And if you can come into the space, it's like it's 30% off, for your next rental if you book that night. So it's a really good deal, and you get to hang
Hmm.
out and with me and drink wine and eat cookies.
Yes,
So good deal.
I'm sold.
Mm. Come on. Well,
Drink
you're gonna
wine,
get. You don't.
cookies.
Well, I'll put you on my guest list, doctor.
Yes, I'm sold. So I have quite a few heterosexual men clients that are interested in exploring in this realm with a dominatrix, but they live like all over the world. Do you recommend people usually to do like a virtual session? Do you
Mhm.
have like what's an onboarding with you? Do you have to first have them like fill out a questionnaire to see if it's like a good fit?
Mhm. Yeah, well, for all my in-person sessions, yes, you have to fill out my booking form. And if you're interested in doing like an elaborate kind of online session with on cam or something, then you'd probably also do that. But online domination or online BDSM or kink or sex are all completely valid forms of learning.